are leaving Ulaanbaatar now. We took the road in direction from the airport, and we're trying to go to Zorgol Hayan Un to sleep. We have a nice spot there because we're not sure we'll reach the spot we planned before. So it's about 100 kilometers. We'll try, and if we can go further, we will do it.
As you can see, it's not that easy to find your way around. Somebody else got lost here too.
Ja, komm, das kann man vorne nachbinden.
Beyond the next hill range. Yep. And after that, I think we should be crossing the lower section of the sand dunes. And I guess Agostar, the next village, should be right after that hill range. Yep, do agree. Makes sense. So we got to find that path that takes us across to the right, and we must follow further down that direction.
And be attentive when we cross the sand, not to turn too much on the left side, because it should be the one crossing the sand.
Yes.
Yeah, I think we got it.
Yeah, okay, let's take that route.
After finally arriving at our destination, it was time to build up the camp for the night.
So now we found a camping place here. We are protected by the stones in the back, but there is a lot of wind. It's a bit cooler here. And now we are making a fire. We are parking the car, so we are finding a flat place where we can put the tent and sleep well.
Okay, we tried to make like a fireplace where we can cook our dinner because we still have plenty of wind. Seems to be here. No wind. Excellent. It's okay. Ja, gib mir mehr. Oh, voilà, ich richte auf. Dusty. Warte schnell.
What are you?
Oscar. Oscar.
Aber jemand hat gesagt, dass wir keine
Ja.
personne.
Ok, j'ai une photo. Ah, tu vas la filmer puis on va voir si.
Wir haben ja das Zelt noch zu.
Tu le filmes?
Magnus Patsaha. Magnus Patsaha.
His name.
Voilà.
Yeah.
I imagine. Okay, so now he came and he said that we had to pay a tax, a fee per person, and it's 3,000 Mongolian money per person. In the beginning, we thought we didn't have to pay because the internet says that generally you don't have to pay those things, but because he has an official card, or what seems official, he has a paper in Mongolian and in English, we think that they wouldn't take money from their own people. Maybe they would. So now we decided to pay because we said no, we're not gonna pay, and then he said, well, so you have to go away. So we decided to pay, and yeah, we think it's right.
After a confusing encounter with the Mongolian soldier, we still had to finish to set up our camp.
Yes, you're almost there. Yes. Now you're.
Aber das sollten wir schon machen. Jemand sollte den letzten Check.
After just about an hour, the camp was set and we were ready to enjoy our beautiful surroundings. In the early morning hours, when the sun was still rising and wildlife started to wake up, our team was already on the way to our next destination.
Allez là, le camp du haut. Yeah, maybe we can check there if we can get something to eat.
As you can see, we have here a gear, like a camp. And now we want to ask whether we get maybe a soup from them, because this morning we had rain. And unfortunately we had to pack everything very, very quickly. And therefore we didn't have a proper breakfast. So we are all of us very hungry. And let's try and smile. Maybe they are having a heart and they give us some soup.
I don't think we're gonna have something.
I'm glad we have our camp.
I don't think so.
Fine, Balu.
Salut Bayou.
I'm by you. Hello, somebody.
Hello.
Wir müssen uns entscheiden, weil ich glaube, bis die parat sind, sind 3 Stunden rum.
Yeah, we can go inside. They are going to cook something for us. So, as we didn't order in advance, we may have to wait a little bit.
Das ist das Einzige, was sie haben zum Spielen irgendwie, oder?
Ja. It's nice to play with the kids, but interaction is really hard.
Yeah.
Language is a true problem, real problem.
True.
Having eaten a delicious traditional meal, we were back in our cars, heading south.
On pourrait être en Australie, on pourrait être. Hein? Lequel serait plus rouge?
Mongalie.
Mongalie.
¿Te gusta Sanya? I think it's busy. There is a queue waiting for. Les talkie-walkie, c'est vraiment super.
Heureusement pour les arbres.
Ouais, parce que c'est vraiment le truc. C'est tellement plus facile de communiquer. J'aurais pas pensé à quel point. Je pensais que c'était une partie. West, southwest.
The right.
To the right, Guido. If we go to the left, we go east.
It had been already a few days since we started heading south, and we were finally getting closer to our next destination. Our trip continued, and we were still heading south, towards the entrance of the Gobi Desert.
Je n'ai pas les trous, les bosses.
C'est bon.
D'habitude, c'est moi qui te corrige. Je m'excuse,
We were just a few kilometers away from the desert, but we still had to cross a mountain range, which had a rather unique climate for its geographical location.
Conditions have changed drastically. Higher up, more than 2,000 meters above sea level, temperature's cooler, and you also see the vegetation so much more green, lots of water, very different than the desert before, than the desert after. really getting into the desert now. After staying in the mountains by a nice little water stream off into the sand. It's going to be very dry. So food is relevant for us and like a nice fire.
Stay tuned for episode 2 of the Mongolia series, featuring getting lost in the desert, getting stuck in sand, fighting with Mongolians for a bit of gasoline, getting stuck in mud, encountering battery problems, the all-time classic pinching a tire, and encountering illegal gold miners, and of course, stunning aerial shots. Stay tuned for episode 2 of the Mongolia series, coming soon.